Hello everyone, I'm Craig and this is Running Cafe. Now it's another week where my leg is still injured. I'm not able to run, unfortunately, at the moment. I still want to make a video. It's Christmas. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Today, something completely different, reacting to popular running memes. Alright, let's get into it. I like to take things slow. I know, I follow you on Strava. Ooh, that's a burn. I'm relating to the guy at the minute who's texting on the bed. I can't even run, so I'm beyond slow, just walking at the moment. Runners, supporters, pie chart. Friends, family, strangers. Yeah, that's actually very true. It's fantastic doing events because you get so much support from communities, people that just come out to support, even if they're not major fans of running themselves. In particular, in the marathon space, there's lots and lots of supporters lining the streets. And also in ultra running, there are lots of people that just come out, even at all times in the middle of the night, to support. So there's a lot of friendly people out there who support people, even if they're not related to the runner. Do you have a history of mental illness in your family? I have an uncle who wakes up at 5 AM to go running. I can definitely relate to this. Usually when I'm running in my normal times where I'm not injured, I am a morning runner myself, so I love to get up proper early, run at the crack of dawn. It sets me up for the day. It's really nice. It's like having 5 cups of coffee without the coffee. But people who aren't into running, looking in from the outside, might see it as a bit crazy, as this meme suggests. But I can definitely relate. Most people don't realise this, but you can run without telling Facebook about it. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I don't think it is. I don't really use Facebook. Obviously, I'm using YouTube. But yeah, us runners do definitely like to brag about our achievements, our training, what's going on. Nice sense of community about it as well. So definitely don't feel guilty about the post in there. And I'm sure people watching this don't either. When the answer to what do you want for your birthday is always the same, I'm once again asking for running shoes. Yeah, that's 100% relatable. Shoes only last about 300 to 500 miles. So it's a great present for anyone, for birthdays, Christmases, any occasion like an anniversary. Can't beat getting a new pair of running shoes. Does anyone look good in candid running shots, race photos, running selfies? Yeah, that's always the case. The majority of my photos anyway, when I get photos done during races, are awful. I look like I'm having a really horrendous time in some of them, but there's always one good one out of the bunch. So yeah, there's for every one good photo that I get taken at a race event, I'll probably say like 8 to 9 that are terrible. So it's just about cherry picking the best one. But yeah, running selfies, you know, you can obviously control the settings, so they are much better generally. Foam rolling during, after. So I'm guessing that a foam roller isn't fun to use whilst you're using it, but afterwards it feels pretty good. Personally, I've never actually used a foam roller in my running at all in my 8 years of having been involved with the sport. So if you're a fan of foam rollers, let me know in the comments, would you recommend them? If so, why? And if not, why? I'm interested. It's you versus you, especially when it's just you. I won my age group. No one else was in your age group. It still counts. I mean, hey, yeah, it does still count. If you win your age group, regardless of whether or not there's a big pool of participants in that age group, it's still an achievement. So kudos to the, I'm guessing they're suggesting older runners here, because there's not as many older runners compared to runners in younger age brackets. That's just how it goes across the majority of competitions that I've seen, but it's still an achievement to come near the top or even at the top of an age group, so hats off. Yeah, if I could get more than a banana at the finish line, that would be great. I was told there would be soft pretzels. I mean, you can't complain with banana on the finish line of a race. It's just a classic thing that every single race for the majority seems to hand out like they're going out of fashion. I personally am a big fan of bananas, so can't complain. Pretzels would be nice, but yeah, can't beat a good banana post-race. I've got 99 problems, but I'm going running to ignore them all for an hour. Yeah, that's a fair enough shout. Running's great stress relief. I definitely find it really good just to get away from problems and life when it's getting a bit stressful. So yeah, it's a good way to just blank out the outside world for a bit and just have some me time. What injury? Welcome to the club if you've ever been in denial about a running injury. When a runner is in denial about an injury, a scratch, your arm's off. No, it isn't. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm feeling this one right now. So whenever we get injured as runners, it's so frustrating because we have to take time out of the sport. And there's a tendency to actually run through an injury and just kind of blanket, pretend it doesn't exist. Unfortunately, that's a recipe for disaster. As I've found out many times in the past where I've made my injuries worse, and I'm sure people watching this have already done the same thing. In a scenario where you're injured, it's probably best to do some cross training. So something that's not going to use the muscle group that's injured. So it could be cycling, swimming, or walking if you're feeling up to it. I mean, I'm currently walking with my injury. Yeah, that's funny though, because his arm's literally off and he's pretending it doesn't exist. We're all guilty of it at some point. When your Strava doesn't record, worst run ever. Yeah, I mean, there's that saying, isn't there? If it wasn't on Strava, it didn't happen. When you forget to press the record button, or mid-run, you actually pause your watch and then restart it at the end after having forgot to restart it, it is extremely frustrating. So I'm with Comic Book Guy here on that one. Call 999. Whenever I go running, I meet new people like paramedics. Oh my word. Okay, so he's obviously either gone running at a really hot time, he's tripped over, or he's overexerted himself. Hopefully you don't have to meet paramedics on any of your runs. Personally, I haven't done that so far, so fingers crossed we keep it that way. The face you make when you pass another runner. So he's looking pretty satisfied and smug with himself. Personally, I quite like just having that as a mini goal during races, just to kind of see if I can overtake as many people as possible. It's motivating, but by no means is it kind of like out of a competitive thing. It's just a good way to keep myself going throughout a race, so I've got a mini goal rather than thinking about the whole race. So the mini goal is to overtake the next runner, to then overtake the next runner, rather than thinking, oh my word, I've got like 10 miles left or 15 miles left. That's assuming I'm in full fitness and actually trying my hardest, but otherwise, like in a long ultra, for example, my main concern is just to finish, and I'm not bothered about overtaking other runners. Not a runner, now you are. Oh my word, yeah, I mean, if you had a bear chasing you, you would be absolutely terrified. That would be fantastic motivation to get some training in, wouldn't it? This one's reminded me for some reason of that annual race in Wales, where I think it's like 20 miles or something. They actually have to race horses in, the Welsh countryside. I think like 3 or 4 people have beaten the horse over the years that it's been going. I think it's in summer. No, that's not something that the majority of us runners can say. 1, that they've actually done a race against an animal, a horse in this instance, or 2, actually having beaten that animal in a race. So yeah, kudos to the people that have done that in the past. Running the country like, and we've got a picture of Boris Johnson here. I'm guessing the meme is his, like, are they Hawaiian shorts here? I mean, he's having a great time, he's enjoying himself, that's the most important thing, so fair play to it. There you have it, just a few funny running memes I found online. Nothing serious at all, something a little bit different, and like I said at the start, I'm still injured, so I just wanted to make a video. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Craig, this is Running Cafe, enjoy the festive period, and I'll see you in the next one.